What's going on, everybody? We're going to let everybody come on in as we get ready to get started. And we're going to be talking Julio Jones and Ryan Tannehill. And the first practice has happened. And, we will definitely talk about that. And I know I should have done a shut your pie hole moment. I think I'm behind on that. So I wanted to kind of go into some shut your pie hole moments because there are definitely a few that I want to hand out. So we're finna get ready to get in. We're gonna let everybody come on in. Sorry, I'm starting a little late. I got off work a little late, so I had to go ahead and finish up some work first. And now that that is done, we can have some fun as we get ready to start Titans in Truth. So y'all come on in. Make sure y'all share this show out. And we are about to get started. Glad to see everybody. So as TD would say, here we go. Good evening, Titan Nation. How is everybody doing? Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody doing? Welcome in to a brand new edition of Titans in Truth. I'm your man, Chris, aka Blue Enforcer, and we're going to have a very exciting episode here tonight. First thing I want y'all to do is help me share this show out to everybody. We see a few people are already in here, but make sure y'all share the show out. Let everybody know the show is going on. Post it on Facebook. Take a screenshot, put it on Instagram, put it on Twitter. Let everybody know where's the place to be so that they can come on in and have some fun along with all of you tonight. So we're really going to get into some things because, for example, Julio Pratt is in Nashville and practices for the first time today. And I'm actually just putting out a text. I'm putting out a text right quick. But yes, Julio Jones practiced for the first time. Ryan Tannehill restructures his contract. Another draft pick has been signed. And so things are pointing up with the Tennessee Titans. I see we got a lot of people in here. We got, we got Trevin Mitchell catching me for the first time. Welcome, man. Welcome. Glad you could be with us. Glad you can join us tonight for the first time live. So glad you're here. We got Chris Frazier. What's going on? Sonny, what's going on with you? Jawbro, first time. Man, we got a few first timers here. I'm like, that's what's up. So y'all come on in, make yourself comfortable. We're going to have a good time this evening. So glad that all of you could be with us. I see Diego. I see Diego, AZ Mick. I got P Shark and caught up with, I know I caught up with him a little bit. They were doing their show the other night. So caught up with them. Derek Roberts, Rocky Yit. We got everybody in here. We got Kent Woods. We got a few first timers, some people I'm not familiar with, but I'm glad you're here. Chuck, Corey, Hakeem. Man, look, all of y'all, I'm glad you're here. Make sure y'all get more people here. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 1,000 followers. Once we get to 1,000 followers, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a drawing for free Titans in Truth merch, like right here. So y'all forgive me for that. I'm actually going to take myself out. I guarantee it. So once I get to 1,000, I'm gonna do a draw. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm gonna do a giveaway of 2 shirts. I'm gonna give a baby blue one away, and I'm gonna give a navy one away. So don't know exactly how I'm going to do that just yet, but I am going to do a giveaway on those Titans and Truth shirts and stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned for that. Definitely coming up. And also in the coming weeks, I will give y'all some information, after that. If you want to buy some of those shirts or order one, I'll get with the person that's been making my shirts with me. We're working together, partnering up, and we'll be able to get that merchandise to you. So Titans and Truth shirts are on the way. I'm letting y'all know that now. So get ready for that. I see we got Marcellus Clay. It's a lot of saltiness about Julio to the Titans. You're right. Definitely. Let's see. Sonny says, I put it on Facebook and Twitter. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much indeed. Nope, he's already there. I've never been so excited to see OTA videos. And I'm gonna be able to pull a few up, and I'm gonna do it via Twitter. I'm gonna share the screen and pull it up for you. Some things that I saw. Daryl John, my friend, saying Julio. And that's something that we're going to be screaming in the stadium come the fall. So let's just get right to it. Julio Jones officially in Nashville and practiced for the first time. So absolutely. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. And I'm actually going to show you guys. I'm going to try to see if I can share you a video of the workouts. I'm going to do my best to do that. So hang with me for just a moment as I try to pull that up. And this is going to be courtesy of Diana Rossini. This is courtesy of Diana Rossini of the NFL of ESPN. She gave some, just showing some drills of Julio working out. So hopefully this plays well. This might take me just a minute. But this is Julio in doing the ladder drills. Obviously, I'm not going to put no sound out there. I'm going to see if I can extend it out. Now that was Julio doing one particular drill. Now here is Julio doing a different drill. Now this is courtesy of Diana Rossini, and this is off of my Twitter page. Very quick feet. And for Titan Upload, that number 12 is Mason Kinsey behind him. So I know Titan Upload is like, who's that number 12 behind him? That's Mason Kinsey. So that was Diana Rossini giving some insight. And then also, as I get to some of your comments, I'm about to get to some of your comments in a minute. But again, this is Julio's first practice as a Titan, and he's looking good. He's looking real good. So this is what Diana Rossini had to say in a quick 1 minute. I'm gonna let y'all hear it again. Now that was Diana Rossini, courtesy of ESPN. Courtesy of ESPN. Again, I do not own the rights to that, but that is some good video and some good audio from Titans training camp. That's again courtesy of Diana Rossini of ESPN. Of course, others were in attendance. Teron Davenport was there. Also, a lot of the local guys that were there, of course, and Diana Rossini got flown in from ESPN to watch that practice. So he looked good. He looked good to me. And, I know this is just OTAs is the first practice and everything. We're really going to find out when we get into training camp next month and things like that. But, I mean, we fired up. I mean, we are absolutely fired up about this and everything. So, let me get some of your comments and we're going to keep going. What did y'all like with the first practice that we saw? Oh, and I do have another I do have a video that I want to show y'all on my it's on my Facebook. It's on my Facebook. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it up right quick. I wanna have y'all cracking up later on in the show. So that's something that I'm going to definitely do. But let me know your thoughts. What did you think of Julio's first practice as a Titan? At least the clips that you saw and everything. And I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up the press conference as well. But in short, basically what he said, he was happy to be here. He feels healthy, and he's glad to be around AJ, and he's already hung out with Ryan Tannehill, had dinner with him and things like that. And so I like the vibe of Julio. He's like, he didn't really go into, about the not getting, people asked him about, he may not get enough, might not get as many targets as you used to in Atlanta and things like that. And I know that, that question may bother him a little bit. Probably not much, but, he just wants to win and be in a winning culture. And I like the sound of that. I like somebody that wants to be in a winning culture. And Lawrence Williams says, 211, it's a robbery. and that's what Julio mentioned when he talked about the number 2. It was, just something fun. Him and AJ were, talking about that. And, of course, AJ officially had offered him. He said, hey, if you want 11, it's yours. And he said no. And so he went with 2. And then, just having a little fun. But it was like, think about it like this. 1 plus 1, he had on 11, but 1 plus 1 is 2. And then with AJ, with 11, 2 times 11 is 22. So, he wanted to come up with something with Ryan Tannehill as well, but, they know he's included in this too. And, I've been hearing some stuff on, 104.5 The Zone, and that basically these Tennessee Titans could become the new 4 horsemen. Could become the new 4 horsemen of the NFL. I mean, this is how I think of it when it comes to the 4 horsemen. You got Ryan Tannehill. Now, most people want to, but Ryan Tannehill is Ric Flair. He's the leader. He's the quarterback. He's the leader of all of this. Tannehill is Ric Flair. Maybe not as, maybe not all the charisma and, all the pizzazz that Ric Flair possesses, but he's a leader. He leads by example. Then you got his right-hand man, the enforcer, who will be Arn Anderson. That's Derek. He's the one that's going to pound you into the ground. Then you got the flashy, the superstar. You got the guy that, is going to show off the bling. Kind of like a Mongo McMichael who, always had his Super Bowl ring and, had the shades on, had the nice gear and stuff like that. Had his wife, the pretty girl around him. Of course, they love hanging out with the girls. That, to me, is A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, big-time football player, but the guy, he gonna show out. He gonna have on the good sunglasses with the chains and everything, looking like money, walking like money. That's A.J. Brown. And then you got, and I know some people are going to disagree with this, then you bring in Julio Jones. Julio doesn't really do a lot of talking. Julio lets his actions do the talking, much like the late Chris Benoit. The Wolverine was a machine, silent assassin. That's what Julio Jones is, silent but deadly. And if you watch WCW wrestling, the Four Horsemen, they were a tight-knit unit. They fight for each other. So when people ask about the targets and all that stuff, it ain't really no big deal on that, because in the end of the day, these guys are a team. They coming together because they want to win. They want to win. And so that's basically what I feel about that and everything. And putting some comments through, but I absolutely love this foursome and this tandem. I mean, Julio said it in his press conference, pick your poison. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Pick your poison. And Sonny, is saying, love where it basically said he didn't have to be here, but he wanted to. And I liked his attitude from jump. That's the thing that's striking me with Julio already. He didn't have to be there, but he wants to be. And let's see, J-Bro, we gonna get to Keyshawn. We gonna get to Keyshawn towards the end of the show. I guarantee you on that. We're gonna talk about that pencil. We're gonna talk about that fraud of a receiver. So we're gonna definitely talk about him. Yes. Also remember, practices with Tampa Bay. And I plan on being in Tampa Bay before that game. If fans are allowed at practices, wherever the practice facility is, I'm going to try to find out. I'm going to try to sneak my way to one of those practices because I want to see it. I know I'm going to be surrounded by Buccaneer fans, and that's fine. But I'm going to be there to watch my Titans practice. That's what I'm going to be there for. I'm not going to be there for Golden Boy. I'm not going to be there for the Buccaneers. I'm going to be there to represent the Titans. So I'm going to be there, and if I am there, I will bring you footage as much as I can within the rules. So you got Ken Wood says, Julio looked extremely quick in those drills today. If they say healthy, this season is going to be very interesting. I agree. Let's see. Jameson said, tighten up. Diego said, Upload has a man crush on Mason Kinsey. He does. I tweeted him about that. Telling him that he had a man crush on Mason Kinsey. He did. And Teron mentioned Marcus Johnson, number 88, was looking kind of good in some of the drills too. So, you got Julio, you got AJ, you got Josh Reynolds, who is learning, and you also got Des Fitzpatrick. Those four are going to be there. But you really got about 6 or 7 guys battling for 2 other spots. Cam Batson and Nick Westbrook-Akina, their spots are not safe by any means. Because you got the other guys you got back there behind Batson and McKenzie. You got Racey McMath. You got Chester Rogers, Marcus Johnson, Mason Kinsey. I know there's another guy. Oh, Kaja Lipscomb. That's 5 other guys. So with Batson and Nick Westbrook-Akina, you got 7 guys probably fighting for 2 spots. maybe 3 if they decide to keep 7 receivers. But I think most teams only keep 6. So it's going to be very interesting. And I liked how there was some talk that, Julio was talking to some of the younger receivers, giving them pointers and things like that. That's going to be very beneficial all year long. Is that Julio, some of these guys look up to him. Some of these guys like a Des Fitzpatrick or a Josh Reynolds or a Racing McMath. They're going to want to tune their game after him because they look to him. Chuck Corley says Julio's the boss dog of all receivers. Instead of Cujo, we got Who-Joe. I like that. Let's see. Herman Barnes said, did AJ practice? AJ was there. AJ was there. No audio on Diana. I'll try to go back and because I cut some of that audio out, probably because, don't want to have no copyright issues or anything like that. Again, I do not own the rights to the audio or the video on that. I will definitely try to do that. If not, I'll share it on Twitter. I'll share it on my Twitter page later on. But basically what she said, he looked healthy, looks excited. If somebody else who knows about being with a team for a long time and having to be on a new team, it was Mike Vrabel. So that's basically what Diana was saying on that. So again, it was probably because for respect of the video. So that's what that was. So I definitely apologize about that. Can y'all hear me right now? If y'all can't hear me, I'll fix it. Let me know if y'all can still hear me and everything, because I think on the video, you probably wasn't able to hear me. But making sure y'all can hear me good. If not, I will definitely fix that. Let's see. Sonny said, "Will he be number 1 or will he be behind AJ?" I think it's more of a 1A 1B situation. I don't think it's either, somebody number 1, somebody number 2, because somebody put out a picture or a tweet, saying, everybody was like, hey, they got a 1-2 punch. Julio like, nah, it's a 1-1 punch. So that's what that is. Let's see. On Facebook says quick feet. Tevin Mitchell says the fact that he came in voluntary workout speaks volumes. I agree. Hakeem says Rashad Weaver looked good, and yep, he got signed as well. So let's see. I'm just trying to make sure. Let me know. Make sure y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. All right. Audio is good. We hear. Okay. Y'all just couldn't hear the Diana Rossini stuff, but y'all can hear me. Okay. We're going to keep going. So, I like the fact with everything that's going on with Julio, and I think this is going to be a very successful year straight up. So, let's keep going. Now, Ryan Tannehill restructures his contract. And I'm about to pull up those numbers as well. This Keyshawn's a hater. And you know what? We're gonna talk bad about him. We're all gonna be able to spit on him virtually in just a bit. Let's see. James says to all the defensive coordinators that are going they are going to Caesar. Let's see, Caesar. Tennessee Titans have fun. Who do you want to destroy? Who you want to destroy you that week? Oh man. And he goes on and says, let's see, everybody real salty, the casino. Going to Caesars. Okay, the casino. Yeah, I already put money on the Titans to win the Super Bowl. I've already done that. So, let's see, got some more comments coming across and everything, but D09 says, I owe John Robinson an apology. So, I already did my apology on Sunday. I already did that. So, and everything. So, as Two Tone Zone says, keep hitting that like button and everything. Let's see. In charge, Vol all day. Tighten up. Glad everybody can hear me. Audio is good. We're going to keep going. Let's see. Let's see. Got some comment. We got King Isaac up in here. What's up with you? Let's see. Mr. Tighten up in here. Let's see. What it do? Tighten up low says, been there, actually happens a ton for me. Yeah, I've been there too. It happens. Let's see. CJ2K, what's going on? Is CJ watching? That's what I'm talking about. But I see, we're having some issues with that. So, y'all go check out my Facebook. When I talk about, defenses. I don't know if it's gonna come through. I doubt that it does. But let's see. But that's okay. It's on my Twitter page, and I don't want to have it where the audio doesn't show. But, man, this is an exciting time, y'all. Very exciting time. Let's see. Not sure exactly what's going on, but I see audio's going in and out, and I'm not happy about that, but we're going to definitely keep going. Let's see. But I think I know what happened because I take myself out of the stream, so I know what happened. Yeah, so Tannehill restructuring his deal. The Titans have agreed to their terms to the 4th-round pick, Rashard Weaver. So, that is now, I want to say, 5 of our draft picks that have signed. So, Farley, Caleb Farley, Dylan Raydunce, I want to say Rashard Weaver, Bradley Breeze, Racy McMath are all signed. I believe Des Fitzpatrick, Elijah Molden, and Monty Rice are the only ones that are not signed yet. Those are it. That's all that's left that needs to be signed. Once we get those guys signed, I think we'll be okay. And so, and this tells me, and I'm probably wrong, that the stuff with the allegations with what happened to him before the draft, maybe it's more hearsay. Again, I don't condone what happened. And it sounded like he acted like he admitted to it. I don't condone what happened. But when they signed him, it does make it sound like to me that he might be okay. So we'll see. And that's what Titan Rob is saying. Wonder if that means his legal issue is good then. Now, again, I don't know. But I'm not a legal guy, and I'm not going to pretend that I am. But at the end of the day, it seems like maybe something with the legal issue will work itself out. So we're definitely going to see about that and everything. But Rashard Weaver's under contract. Team is looking good, and I am happy about it. So I'm going to see if I can try something again. And I want y'all to tell me if y'all can hear me as I pull this up. So give me just a second, because I want to show y'all a funny video. I'm going to show y'all a funny video in a bit, but I'm also ready to go into Shut Your Pie Hole. So y'all, if y'all have any questions, y'all make sure y'all hit me up and everything as well. Glad everybody's here and enjoying the show. See, we got about 25 people in here. I know we got as many as 38. Let's keep that going. Hit that like button. I want to get to 60 likes before tomorrow. So help me out. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and everything. So please help me out and everything. Again, I will be doing a giveaway of these great Titans and Truth shirts. As y'all can see, even though y'all see me, this is the navy and the baby blue. That's how they're looking front and back. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And in that way, you'll be a part of the giveaway. I'll be giving it away to somebody at some point. So definitely get ready for that. Now, I know somebody asked, are we going to sign another tight end? I don't know. Right now, J-Rob seems like he's pretty happy with Anthony Ferkser and Jeff Swain. And, of course, you also got to know you got Briley Moore from Kansas State and Mitchell Forstall from Alabama. Those guys are undrafted free agents in camp. Now, I hear that Jarrett Pinkney, the former tight end from Vanderbilt, is not at camp. I don't know if he showed up at any point. But the fact that he's not there is not a good look, in my honest opinion. And so, you know, I'm not sure what's up with that, but, you know, the tight end spot is definitely going to be something to watch out for, and we're definitely going to see. As the Airwell today said, let's get it tightened up. I'm with you on that. Jameson comes in and says, hearing how the trade of Julio Jones took place and J-Rob, the terms of the deal was done while he was on a pontoon boat. Yes, that actually is true. He did mention that the final details of the deal were being discussed. He was with his family in Nashville out on Percy Priest Lake, out there by Nashville Shores, which is a water park there in Nashville, and it's right by the lake. And so he was on his pontoon boat with his family, ironing out the deals with the Falcons GM. I agree with Jameson. That is gangster. That is gangster right there. I mean, I'm like, oh my God. This dude signed the deal while on a boat. I'm like, J-Rob is a freaking G. I'm like, J-Rob is a gangster. And I can't, that's why I apologized to him last week. I can't hate on him one bit, and I was incorrect. Des Fitzpatrick is already signed. So, Farley, Dylan Ray Dunce, Des Fitzpatrick, Rashad Weaver, and then Bradley Breeze and Racey McMath. So 6 of our 8 draft picks have been signed. So thank you for correcting me on that. And I appreciate that. Thank you for correcting me on that. Let's see. So Two-Tone, thank you for correcting me on that. Titan Rob says a Delaney Walker reunion would be fire. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen. I mean, I know that would make a lot of Titan fans very happy. Chuck Corley says, Triple OG. Yeah, he an OG, all right. He is an OG. I give him that. So, with that being said, let's go to Shut Your Pie Hole. And we already talked about on Sunday about Colin Cowherd, how he talked bad about the Titans, still saying that he would still favor Indianapolis, even with Julio Jones. Even with Julio Jones. So I was not, too big on that. I thought he was a hater, but I mean, the cake. So Colin Cowherd, you don't know what you're talking about. Shut your pie hole. And then, and I'm going to try this again and see if the audio will work on this. So we're going to try this again. And we're going to see if this works out. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this or not. But we're going to put this idiot up. Keyshawn Stupid Ass Johnson. We're going to put him up. Let me know if y'all can hear this stupidity. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. So that was one of the videos I wanted to show, was how Keyshawn basically tried to say, well, you got to be patient. You got to be patient. I'm like, you liar. I'm like, just flat, bold-faced lie. Let's see, I said could barely hear it. Keyshawn, no audio. Can't hear that clown. Probably glad y'all didn't hear it. Be glad y'all didn't hear that crap. But basically what he was saying is he had to be patient and all of that, and was talking about how the corner grabbed him and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it's humiliating how much of a liar he really was on that. And actually, I'm finna I know how I can pull it up. So I'm going to pull up something else. Give me just 1 minute, y'all. And I thank y'all for sticking with me. But yeah, Keyshawn's a liar. Keyshawn is a bold-faced liar. He's an idiot. And, you know, I have no respect for him. And, you know, he lost it. So he was stupid. He was stupid. And everything. So, you know, the fact that he had the nerve to say that. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the clip. But now, Stephen A. loved it.
I'm looking at Tua Tagovailoa, and they've got some things to improve on their offense. I'm looking at sometimes the best defense is a lethal offense. You got to take into consideration the level of competition. We're not.
Y'all give me a minute, y'all. I thank y'all for sticking with me. I'm just trying to get it back to the very top.
I love it. I personally love it.
This is Stephen A.
Because
Smith.
sometimes the best defense is a lethal offense. You got to take into consideration the level of competition. We can't just look at the Titans in a vacuum. We got to look at the rest of the AFC and what they're bringing to the table. I like what the Buffalo Bills did, but we all know it comes down to Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, and they don't have much up, even though I think they just acquired Sammy Watkins. But the point is, you look at Miami. I'm looking at Tua Tagovailoa, and they've got some things to improve on their offense. I'm looking at Pittsburgh. Obviously, they drafted Najee Harris, and we know what a Steelers fan I am. There's something to be reckoned with, but they still got stuff to prove, because obviously you've got people looking at Big Ben Roethlisberger and wondering what's going on with him. The Baltimore Ravens going to be there because of Lamar Jackson, but how much have they really upgraded in terms of their receiving core? The Cleveland Browns are what?
Now, Stephen A. was basically saying he loved it. He absolutely loved it and likes it a lot.
Loading the block to make sure that Derrick Henry doesn't run for another 2,000 yards this season, okay? Well, not only do I have A.J. Brown to throw the ball to, but I got Julio Jones. Yeah. Because I got that, I can't stack the deck. And if I can't stack the deck, can't load the block, bottom line is I'm giving the ball to Derrick Henry. Those kind of things can lend itself towards you being more potent. And I think Mike Vrabel has shown us throughout his years coaching in Tennessee that somehow, some way, particularly around postseason time, just when you had question marks about what they'll be able to do and how much noise they'll be capable of making, they've made some noise in the postseason, and I think this is a step in the right direction.
Now, that was Stephen A. Smith giving love to the Tennessee Titans on the pick. He basically said, it was a great move. Now, here comes this douchebag deciding he wants to act like he's smarter than everybody.
To win the AFC. And actually, the Titans are 7th, which I find surprising. So they got the
Broncos is interesting. If Aaron Rodgers goes there, the Broncos, they jump significantly. They might be 3 in that list of teams, depending on what they have to give up in return to get Aaron Rodgers. When you look at it, look, Stephen A., here's what I would say. Yes, they got 2 dynamic bookends, but that means you have to go away from what your staple is, which is running the football, in order to look at Buffalo, to look at Kansas City in the eyes, to even to a degree, look at the Baltimore Ravens. You say you don't know what they did. They went out and got Rashad Bateman, who they drafted. Sammy Watson, if he stays healthy, he can be pretty good, as well as Hollywood Brown. So you know what they are offensively. And on top of that, they went out there and they got 2 wide receiver coaches and a guy named Keith Williams. You've never heard of him. But trust me, Stephen A., when I tell you this, nobody's better than him in the NFL. And he came from college. Okay? He's trained Devontae Adams, along with Tyreek Hill, and a host of other guys. And then T. Martin, who came from college. You've seen the receivers he's developed in his young coaching career. So they did some stuff on the offensive side that makes me go, I don't think the Julio Jones thing, based on everything that they did, they needed to go that route. For me, what I wanted to see, New England, the Raiders, maybe Green Bay, San Francisco, all try to get Julio Jones.
Well, for me,
and see, that is the douchebag known as Keyshawn Johnson on ESPN First Take. I believe that was on Monday. It was on Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. And that just tells you, and that just tells you he doesn't watch a lick of Tennessee Titan football. He doesn't watch a lick or knows anything about Tennessee Titan ball. I was listening to Pat McAfee's show, and I got to give some respect to him. He basically was like, man, I looked at Julio. He looked good. And he was like, I'm excited for the Titans. I am disgusted for the Colts because he felt the Colts should have got him. We know he's a lifelong Colts fan. And so, he saw that. He was like, God, dog. The Colts should have got him. The Colts should have got him. And you know what? They didn't. So, I give love to Pat McAfee, but Keyshawn Johnson, shut your pie hole. You don't know a daggum thing about this team. You don't watch one lick of Tennessee Titan football. All you cared about is looking from a receiver's perspective, talking about he needs to get the daggum ball. That's why you're a diva, and somebody said it. That's why Wayne Corbett was loved more than you as a Jet. So he's talking about, well, if you got a guy like Julio, you got to go away from what you normally do. And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And, of course, he mad because if he had went to San Francisco, if he had went to Denver, if he had went to Green Bay or Baltimore, him and some of these other idiot national media that was trying to talk down on us would have been like, yeah, this is a great move for Julio. This is a great move for so-and-so team. Yeah, this is great for the NFL. But because he's wearing Titan blue, they don't like it. And I guarantee you, but as the season go on, they really ain't gonna like it. Because Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry gonna be lighting some people up. I ain't talking about to the tune of like 40 points or nothing like that. But they going to be whooping on some teams. And we get to show that and prove that a lot. So, Keyshawn Johnson needs to shut his pie hole, acting like he know what he's talking about. He don't know a daggum thing about Titan football. And on his show, I think with Jay Williams, there was a caller that came in. A caller called in and told Keyshawn, he said, Keyshawn, you don't watch a lick of Titan football, do you? And he was like, oh yeah, I watch football. I'm like, nah. He asked you, do you watch Titan ball? And that right there told me he doesn't watch a lick of Tennessee Titan football. I mean, I guess you just forgot. You know, he basically said it was all Derrick Henry, making it look like all we do is hand Derrick Henry the ball 800 times. Yeah, we handed the ball to him over 300 times. But Julio Jones kind of helps take that down a little bit. Maybe instead of running the ball 330 times, maybe instead we bring it down to about 280. That's about 50 plays. That could be 25 more targets for AJ. That could be, I take it back. That could be about 15 to 20 targets more for AJ. That could be another 20 targets for Julio. That could be another 10 to 15 targets for Josh Reynolds or Anthony Ferguson. Think about that, Keyshawn, before you start rambling your big, fat, ugly mouth off to the rest of the world, acting like you know something. Marcellus Wiley did the same thing. Was shouting his mouth off, acting like he knew something when he didn't know a daggum thing. Emmanuel Acho, a former Titan, put him in his place about that. And Kendrick Perkins, I got to give him a shout out. He picked us to win the Super Bowl. Now, although he picked my Grizzlies to beat the Jazz, that didn't happen. So I don't really want to put a lot of credence into what Kendrick Perkins said. But again, some of these national media, like Colin Cowherd, Keyshawn Johnson, Marcellus Wiley, y'all can just shut your daggone pie hole, acting like y'all know what you're talking about when you don't. But I give shout out to Pat McAfee. I give shout out to Good Morning Football. I give a shout out to Stephen A. I give a shout out to Undisputed. They kind of put it together in facts. So I like it. Now, I know my boy Jared Stillman wasn't a big fan of that. And, wasn't a big fan of the Julio Jones trade. But I tell my boy Jared, I'm like, look, Julio finna do some things. Now, I agree. If one of the four horsemen goes down, we're in trouble. But again, next man up. And think about this. People are thinking, well, the offense is going to take a step back or the offense doesn't make a difference with Julio. The Tennessee Titans were a top 3 offense last year. Most score points per game behind Kansas City. Derrick Henry runs for 2,000 yards. AJ, almost 1,100 yards. Corey Davis almost had 1,000. All of that was without Julio. All of that was with AJ being pretty much injured the whole year. All of that was on our 3rd string left tackle. Lawan was already out for the year. Sam Brilo did well, but went out for the year. Derrick Henry rushed for 2,000 yards with a 3rd string left tackle. At times, a backup guard on the right side in Aaron Brewer, who actually did good in spurts. And A.J. Brown still got 106 targets and caught 75 of them. 70% of his targets he caught. What do you think Julio Jones is going to do? If AJ can get 106 targets and Corey Davis gets 92, I guarantee you Julio is going to get over 100 targets. I will go. If there's a bet that comes out and says over and under 100 targets for AJ or Julio, I'm taking the over. They're both going to get them. What's up, Captain Trips? Thank you, Rocky. Diego said, Diana taking shots at Julio saying it doesn't change anything for the Titans, and then she changes the script when visiting. Now, I'll cut Diana Rossini a little slack. A little. Not much. But it seemed like there were some good things that happened. So, I'll cut Diana a little slack. But Keyshawn and Colin Cowherd, shut your pie hole. Don't know nothing. Don't know a god darn thing. Hold on. This is for Colin Cowherd and Keyshawn Johnson. Now, so that's enough on that. But now that we are about to get out of here, I see a couple more questions coming through before we call it a night. Let's see. Hakeem says, what do you think of backup quarterback? Now, you got Logan Woodside and you got DeShone Kizer. I'm interested to see how both of those guys play, especially in the preseason or how they look in camp. Now, I have been hearing that DeShone Kizer has actually been looking pretty decent. And I think Jared even said it, or it might have been Austin of A to Z Sports. DeShone Kizer, he's got a shot. DeShone Kizer has a shot of winning that backup job. He has a chance to beat out Logan Woodside. And I'll be honest, if he fixes some of his mechanics and stuff like that, I honestly would feel better with DeShone Kizer as my backup as opposed to Logan Woodside. DeShone Kizer has at least thrown in the NFL. Although in that game when he played for Cleveland and we were playing him and Kevin Byard had 3 picks in that 9-6 low-scoring debacle, DeShone Kizer was the quarterback. But I think he's gotten better since then, and we'll definitely see. But word is, DeShone Kizer's looking pretty good. Let's see. Chuck Corder said, what happened to the Memphis quarterback? Brady White was there for a tryout. They did not sign him. So I guess he wasn't what they were looking for. Let's see. Durka time, and I'm glad I see 34 people up in here. That's cool. Keep them likes going up. He says, should we trade a 6th for Gardner Minshew? I would say yes and no, but Jacksonville is not. First of all, Jacksonville is not going to trade within the division. I just don't think so. I mean, yeah, we did that with Kamale Correa, but Kamale Correa won it out. So I don't know. But I would not think the Jags would do it. I don't think so. Maybe a 7th or a conditional 7th, I might do it. But other than that, I would have to see DeShone Kizer and Logan Woodside in the preseason. I'll say that. If neither one of them really looks good before the regular season, then okay, maybe I'll talk to the Jags and see what they'll say. But other than that, I probably wouldn't do it. Jameson says, as Titans Weekly would say, facts, no paper. Shout out to them, by the way. And shout out to all the guys. Titan Upload. Titan Upload had a show last night. Kim Moore had a good show. I hate I missed him on that. Mr. Titan had a good show with one of the great fans of the Titans, Chili Pepper, my guy Fernando, a.k.a. Chili Pepper. Shout out to them. And also shout out to Mr. Titan for that Ladies of Twitter, of Titans Twitter show that he did. That was really good. And shout out to my guy Lee Hillis. Had Kayla Anderson from News 2 on his podcast earlier this week. So shout out to those guys. Let's see. Would we like someone like Alex Smith to back up Tanny? Alex Smith is retired. So I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's see. Fleetwood Titan. What's going on, says, can you tell us where Jared Pinkney is? I have no idea. From what I heard on the radio shows, he's not at camp. And he should be. So that doesn't look good for him making his roster. So we'll definitely see about that. But again, I love the Julio move. I think it's great. I already got my number 2 jersey on the way. And I'm excited. So I'm going to try to see before we get out of here. Let me know if y'all can hear this. If not, let's see. All right, let me know if y'all heard that. That was a video I found, and I posted on my Facebook page, and I posted it on my Twitter page as well. Let me know if y'all heard that. But yeah, Ken Moore, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, he retired. That's what I thought. He retired. But let me know if y'all heard that video. And I said basically that this is what defenses are going to be saying. Let's see. Okay, now I see what I did wrong now. Okay. But here we go. This is what I posted. I said, this is what I posted and on my Facebook page. I'm coming back to it. Y'all give me a second. But I basically was like, Titan defenses. I said on my Facebook, Titan defense, opposing defenses are going to be saying this. So I'm trying to see if I can pull up the post by itself. Let's see. Y'all give me just a moment. Y'all stick with me.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help! Police!
This is all
Police!
defenses
Help!
are going to be saying.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
Now, that, I don't know if y'all heard that. Y'all did hear it. Okay. But that, I put that post on Facebook and Twitter. That is what opposing defenses are going to be saying. That is what all opposing defenses are going to be saying when dealing with us. They're going to basically be screaming for help. 211 in progress. Matter of fact, I laugh so hard every time I see this. I gotta play it one more time. I have to do it. I love it. And it is. I get a kick out of it every single time. Hold on. But yeah, I get a kick out of that every single time. Every time that I see it, it is incredible. All right. So let me know if y'all hear the audio. I gotta play it one more time. I do. It cracks me up every single time that I hear this. And it is absolutely hysterical. So for all of y'all, one more time. Hold on. I crack up every time I watch this video. Every time I watch it. One more time. I'm sorry. I crack up every daggum time I see that. And that's how we gonna get out of here on tonight's show. That's what defenses are going to be screaming all year long. Help, help, help. Because they're getting flat out robbed. They're getting flat out murdered. They're getting flat out stonewalled by the Tennessee Titans. But y'all, again, make sure y'all share this show out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please help me get to 1,000. Shout out to everybody that's been here. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. I know it's been over an hour. I know y'all got stuff to do. I do too. And I apologize for the volume. Hopefully, I will make sure to make it better next time around. But as always, thank y'all and tighten up. As we know, that's all we know how to do.
Titan.